We are doing things a little bit backwards today because, as you know, I do love creating outfit inspiration for us apple shapes, especially using the pieces that I have in my wardrobe already. Pinterest is one of my favorite places to get the inspiration and then to recreate the outfits. So I went on Pinterest and I happened to find some outfits that I really like. And now I'm a real pen and paper girl, so I actually print them out and use these pictures for reference. And there's kind of 5 different outfits here. I know there's 6 pictures, some of them are very similar. And then I went to my wardrobe and I'm like, dang, I don't really have any of these pieces. So what I actually did, yes, I actually went shopping to recreate these outfits from Pinterest. I know, it's a little bit insane. I, of course, went on Shein because it is, in my personal opinion, the best place to get multiple different kinds of styles of fashion. You can really play with fashion, especially as a plus size. And if you know how, you'll be able to find some pieces of good quality as well. It is trial and error, I know, and remember always to shop by measurements and never by size on Shein. But I went on Shein and I picked up pieces for these outfits. I had 2 pieces already, so I am using a bit from my own wardrobe of what I have. But let's recreate some Pinterest outfits with some pieces from Shein and just see if it works out for us apple shapes. A lot of the pieces are actually repeating in several of the outfits, and that's what I really love, which is why I printed out the 6 outfits, even though they are very similar. And let's start with the leopard print jeans. I had 2 outfits with that. The first one with the orange jumper and a t-shirt underneath and a pair of booties, and then the other one had the burgundy trainers with the burgundy top, and then both outfits just had a t-shirt underneath. It's a very easy outfit to recreate, and the interest lies in the fact that you have the leopard print jeans and then the colors that goes with it, and I really like that outfit. So I also think it's going to work well for us apple shapes because I've gone for the wide leg pair of leopard print jeans. I'm just using a t-shirt from my own wardrobe. This one is an old one from H&M, and then I found this pair of fantastic leopard print jeans on Shein. I think they're fantastic. They are the wide leg, so we have no tummy inside. Look at that. They actually have a really nice fit. Sorry, I hope the puppies are not in the way for seeing things. And then they keep the t-shirt out on both outfits. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Mima. And then, now, as I said, I didn't find no orange jumper, and the burgundy was hard to find as well, but I did find this one. It has a gorgeous pattern in it, which I really like, but it's not as oversized as the jumpers as they have in the photos. But I'm hoping we can make it work. Anyway, so we have a little bit of the t-shirt sticking out over the top. Right, so they kind of just have the jumper loosely tucked in. How do you tug in on top of another piece? Unless I put a belt in there. I don't want to do that. I think that kind of looks a bit weird. I think the problem here is the fact that my jumper, also you have the pattern here, so you can see the white t-shirt underneath, which does not look good. I don't like this, but my jumper is not as oversized as the one they have on, so I'm going to try without the t-shirt. You have to need the belt just to create a little bit of definition there. I can't say I'm in love. The trainers I picked up from Shein have white laces on, and the one that she has on the photo, she actually has burgundy laces on, and I must admit now that I have these, I prefer the burgundy laces. I think there's too much white on these, but nevertheless, it's what we've got, so we're going to work with it. This is the finished outfit. I prefer it much better without the white t-shirt on, and I also think like the holes in the top works better without the t-shirt. It's definitely well out of my comfort zone with the pattern jeans on. I really like the jumper. I think it's very pretty, but the holes in it kind of puts me off. My belt is my own. It's an old one from H&M. And then the jeans. The jeans are a little bit on the stiff side. I think they will kind of hang better once they've had a wash. But they do have a very nice fit on my body, and there is no tummy in sight. So that's really good. I don't think I'm in love with the jeans enough to actually keep them. And the same with the jumper. I'm just not like, wow, I have to have it. But I'm really glad that I tried it. As I'm wearing the jumper already, I am moving on to this outfit here. It is a blush kind of pinkish satin long skirt with the burgundy trainers and then this burgundy jumper. And I think it's such a simple and easy outfit. And I thought I have to recreate that. I am definitely on the mission to wear more skirts. So this one, yeah, I really like this one. So let's give that a go. I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, she has the jumper tucked in a little bit to the side. She's wearing the trainers and the skirt, and that is pretty much it. Okay, the skirt is absolutely amazing. I love it. And I'm going to tell you a secret. Well, it's not a secret. I actually picked it up in a nude color as well, just to try it out. It's the exact same, just in the nude color. I love the skirt. I do love the skirt. This is fab. It has a perfect fit. Look at this. No tummy or very little tummy inside. Can you see a little bit of side? Yeah, you can see a little bit of side tummy there. That is it. That is it. Okay. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not feeling it. That's being honest with you. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm wondering again if it is because the jumper is just not slouchy enough. Let me go and see if I have something different. So you have this one, but it's very, very long and a big turtleneck on it. And I think that's kind of too big. Okay, how does that go for just the feel of it? Does it work better with a more slouchy? Yeah, I think it has more of the feel to it with a more slouchy jumper. But the stone and the pink doesn't like scream wow at me. Those two are better. Maybe we can do even better. The tan version of the skirt, I do not feel has as good of a fit as the pink one. This one shows a lot more tummy, which I'm not really that keen on. I would not wear this as such, but this is not, no, this makes me very self-conscious. And that's the last thing I want to be when I get dressed. But I do like this color combination even better than the pink and burgundy. I think the pink and burgundy, they're a little bit harsh together, the two colors, where this is a little bit more harmonious and a little bit more soft. And that's what I prefer in an outfit. So I like the vibe of the outfit. I would definitely like to play around with the idea of this outfit a bit more, but it won't be with this skirt, that's for sure. We're gonna keep searching. I will figure out a way to do this outfit because I really like the idea of it. I love the look of it. I just need to find the right pieces that works for us apple shapes before we can perfect it. The outfit with the jeans is very, very similar to the one with the leopard print. I have wide leg jeans. These are my own, but if they're still available, I will of course link them. And then instead of the white t-shirt, we have a white shirt and then the same burgundy jumper and the burgundy trainers. So it's a very, very similar outfit. The shirt, I'm not even going to show you up close and personal because I do not recommend it. The material is not all that terribly nice and it's extremely tight on me. But any of the shirts that I have in my wardrobe didn't really work because they have a different shape. So we're just rolling with this one, all right? Just for now. This is very out of my comfort zone because I do not remember the last time I wore pieces that wasn't tucked in. It's rare that I don't tuck anything in. So. Oh, the shirt is so tight. I can feel it around my belly. But anyway, this is essentially the look. And I must admit, I quite like it. I really, really like it. This is something I would definitely wear if it had a proper fit. Absolutely. And this is an outfit I could recreate 100 times over in my wardrobe with the pieces that I have. As I said, I love the outfit. I think the outfit is fantastic. Love the idea. I've shown you the jumper already. And my jeans, I can give you a quick tour of them. They are just a wide leg, the complete dark wash. No tummy inside. They are from Shein. They wash really, really well. Really, really comfortable. They're elastic in the back as well, actually. So they're great jeans and a great outfit. Definitely something I can play around with a bit more. The next outfit was a little bit more difficult to recreate because it has a different feel to it. Very, very different from what I have already. The cardigan is a little bit on the slouchy side. And that's not something I have at all and was very, very difficult to find something similar to it. And then these trousers, the grey trousers, they're like an ankle grazer. I don't wear ankle grazers. So we're going with this extremely tight shirt again. And I did find a pair of grey ankle grazer trousers. I really do like the trousers themselves. Let me just give you a quick tour of them. I do like the fit of them. No tummy on display. That the tummy is well hidden. We do have functioning pockets. It's not that I dislike the trousers, they're just very much out of my comfort zone. And then we're going with this extremely tight shirt again. And then I had to find a jumper. And this jumper, I tell you, I searched high and low for something that would just remotely have the feel of it. The one on the photo seems to be a bit more like of a tracksuit. This one is knit, but what I like is the fact that it had this little detail over here and it had that slouchy feel. However, it is also drop shoulders. And as you very well know, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I am dead set against drop shoulders because there's not a lot of people in this world that looks good in drop shoulders. If you are pear shaped, yes, you can get away with it. Some of the other shapes can get away with it as well, but us apple shapes, it makes us look rounder, it makes us look bigger. And yeah, it just doesn't work on us. She has a cream loafer on in the photo, and I happen to have a cream pair of loafers, so we're going with that. Now I have just folded the jumper up here, but I think if I start moving too much, it's not going to work. And I think, well, she is wearing a body cross bag, but I'm not doing the bags because I don't carry bags very often. But this is essentially the outfit. What do we think? Oh, I don't know. If the shoulder seam had been up on the shoulder, I would have kept this because this is like a real granddad jumper. It's fantastic. And I just love this detail. I don't know why. It just something different. I kind of like the trousers as well. I really do think they have a good fit on me. And I like the fact that they're a little bit on the wide leg as well. The leg part is wide too. And again, the shirt I could work around, but you can always add a belt underneath to tuck the jumper into. I like the idea of the outfit. I really, really do. And this just kind of spurs me on to thinking, do you know what? We definitely need to play around with different silhouettes. I don't have to stay with the same silhouette every single time. It is absolutely okay to play around with something different. But see, that's where I've gotten to in my fashion journey now. I have the basics nails down. I know what style I like in my wardrobe. Now it's time for me to introduce something a little bit more fun, something a little bit more different again. And this is what I'm trying to do here. The hardest thing about my last outfit was actually getting the colors to match because I don't own anything apart from a faux leather coat in an olive green or in a green of any kind really. So I found this jumper which looks to be similar to what the model is wearing. And then I found a pair of green wide leg trousers and both were very, very difficult to find. So we're going to try it. Even though the colors may not be perfect together, I'm thinking we'll work with it. And then she's wearing the burgundy trainers and she is wearing a trench coat. And I happen to have a fantastic trench coat. This jumper is so soft. What is it made of? It is just polyester and elastane, but it is so bloomin' soft. Really, really soft. It's really quite long. So if you are one of my girls who love wearing your leggings, maybe this one could be for you. I quite like the color actually. So I'm going to give it a French tug. And then the trousers. These trousers are from the NUDE collection, and you may know that I'm in love with the NUDE collection. The quality is normally very, very good. They are a little bit different because up here in the front, we have these pleats kind of sewn in, but this first bit up here has been sewn down before the pleat then begins from here and down. And I don't really think that works on my tummy. I could see it may work for a lot of apple shapes, but on my specific tummy, I don't think that it works amazingly. That's being honest with you. We do have function pockets. We do have belt loops actually, which I love. And of course we have the nice wide leg. So I think these ones are more depending on how they sit on your specific tummy. Does that make sense? Then pop on the shoes. For the shoes, she's wearing the burgundy trainers. So I've just popped them on. And then as I said, my own good old trench coat. I love this trench coat. It's fab. And that essentially, yeah, that is pretty much the outfit apart from the handbag. Again, a very, very simple and easy outfit. And this is just up my street. A trench coat is such a classic piece to have in our wardrobe. Many of us have a trench coat. As I said, mine is years old. It lasts that long because it's such a great piece. And then just the green color. I definitely want some more green pieces in my wardrobe because I think it'll work very well with the pieces that I have already. this. I really do. If it was just the perfect fit on the trousers, I would have kept the whole lot. I think, as I say, I'm keeping the jumper. It is so blue and soft. It's a very chic, classic and timeless outfit, and that's what I really, really like about it. And I actually think this outfit is my favorite of them all. There's definitely scope to play around with all the outfits, using in different color combinations, of course, from using what I have to recreate these outfits, and I think that's brilliant. There are some fantastic outfits. The skirt and the jumper combo, I really love that. I really want to make something like that in my wardrobe. Definitely some fantastic ideas, and I'm really, really glad that I went in and I bought pieces to try these. Even if I'm not really keeping a lot of the pieces, it's still fun to see how I could recreate them. But as I always say to you, this is all about going playing with what you have in your wardrobe. It's not about rushing out and buying everything I'm showing you, because I don't want you to do that. I am all in favor of using the pieces that we have. It's just, I didn't have any of these pieces and I really wanted to make the outfit, so hence why we're doing it backwards. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as I said, I hope you got some outfit inspiration, if nothing else. If you made it this far and sat through the ads, thank you so much. Will you do me one last favor before you leave? Will you show me and the algorithm that you have made it to the end and leave me a green heart in the comments? And do let me know as well which outfit was your favorite, and do you want to try any of these yourself? But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.